Today at approximately 4:50 p.m., patrol officers received a report of a possible abduction at 1325 San Marco Boulevard, which is the Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute. It was reported that a white male abducted a white female from the Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute and forced her into a vehicle that was parked in a lot off of Hendricks Avenue. Patrol officers searched the area with Baptist security, looking for the male and the female. During the search, they did not find the male and the female. The possible suspect is described as a middle-aged white male wearing a red polo-style shirt, tan cargo shorts, and flip-flops. The possible victim is described as a white female with long blonde hair, in her 30s or 40s. She is wearing a white sundress with flowers and black trim. The vehicle that they were seen leaving in is described as a older, smaller vehicle, red in color with a faded paint job. Anyone who knows these individuals or has information about the incident is encouraged to contact the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office at 630-0500 or Crime Stoppers.
What happened to lead them to believe it was an abduction?
Talking to the witnesses, there was some body language that they did not feel comfortable with, and the female was in some sort of argument with the male, and the male had the female by the arm, directing her out of the Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute.
Did she actually ask for help at any point?
It's unclear if she actually was asking anybody around her for help, but she was in some sort of argument or disagreement with the male. And we did pull video from Baptist, and it does show that the male is inside the building prior to her arrival. They did not come to the building together, so we do not know what their relationship might be.
Did she work there? Do you know that?
It's unknown at this time if she worked there or if she's a patient, but at this time there is no one who is unaccounted for at Baptist as far as we know.
At the Orthopedic Institute, or?
Correct.
Is that a big place? Is that a big office or a small office?
It's a good size office.
Is it like there'd be 100 people there?
I'm not sure the number of people that work there, but it's a pretty good size office.
Pretty good size office. But nobody's missing from there. No employees were reported.
No employees, correct.
So she probably came for some other reason.
That's what we're surmising. Yes.
Okay.
He was already there when she came in?
Yes, he was already there inside the building when she came inside.
Did it appear that he was waiting, like sitting in a chair, waiting for her, or just there?
He was sitting down in a waiting area, and as soon as she walked past him, he approached her from behind, and he grabbed her by the arm and directed her towards the other set of doors which come out on Hendricks Avenue.
From the list of patient appointments, do they have any idea who this person may have been? Did any patients not show up for an appointment?
At this point, we do not know that. Baptist is still running through some of those items. Some of that information is not readily available right now, but we do know that according to the video, she did not actually go sign in anywhere, so we can't even verify if it was someone who signed in who didn't make it to their appointment at that time.
Did she immediately resist when he grabbed her? When he grabbed her arm, did she?
It doesn't look like she resisted in the manner that you would call jerking or trying to pull away. But watching the video, it's kind of hard to tell if there was any verbal interaction, because the video that we have shows them from the rear, and he was holding on to her and was directing her out these doors, and they were involved in some sort of verbal altercation. And we do have witnesses that see both of them getting into this vehicle and see him directing her or pushing her into this vehicle, and the vehicle flees the scene.
Do you have anyone outside of the Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute that's been missing, or anybody reported that my mother or girlfriend or whoever didn't come home after going there? Do you have any of that? Any missing persons that you might link to this?
Not at this time. We do not.
Will you release a surveillance video?
The PIO will be releasing still photos as well as surveillance video shortly after this.
I'm sorry, forgive me.
we had to rush over. So what we were at earlier, it is, you do believe an actual abduction?
We're still investigating it as a possible abduction, and we're erring on the side of caution and putting out a description of the male and the female involved in this, and we'll have still photos and the video released here shortly.
Just like we spoke earlier, the same thing applies. About 4:30, you got a 911 call from a witness.
Actually, it's about 4:50 actually.
4:50, got a phone call from a witness saying that he saw these two people have an altercation of some kind.
The male called 911. There's a female who actually saw it, who was yelling to the male to call 911 because of this altercation.
Any IDs on the suspect or the possible victim at this time?
Not at this time. All we have right now is the video and their descriptions.
And you're asking the public just to identify these people? Do you know them?
Yes, if the public does know them, we would like them to call the Sheriff's Office at 630-0500 or to contact Crime Stoppers.
Was the woman a patient at the hospital, or was she just visiting, or is it too soon to
We
tell
do
at this
not know
point?
at this point.
Can you read the descriptions again?
Sure. The male is described as a white male wearing a red polo-style shirt. He has on tan cargo shorts and flip-flops. The female is described as a white female, long blonde hair, 30s or 40s. She is wearing a white sundress with flowers and black trim. And the vehicle that they were seen getting into was an older model vehicle, small, and it was red in color with faded paint.
Any further questions?
Just let me get you to say your name and spell it for me.
It's Sergeant Michael Paul, M-I-C-H-A-E-L. Last name is Paul, P-A-U-L.
No further questions? All right. Thank you, guys.